it's Katie with String Expert. Today we're working on a spiccato bow stroke, and I'm so excited to teach this to you. So spiccato is known in the violin world as a bouncing bow stroke. Essentially what you're doing is you're just taking the bow and bouncing it on the string, just like this. So it gets a nice bounce to it. Now we don't want to confuse this with staccato, which is a short choppy bow stroke, and that's different. So spiccato is bouncing, staccato is short and choppy. They're completely different. So a spiccato bow stroke sounds something like this. And basically all you're doing is just bouncing that bow up on the string. So in order to get a good spiccato bow stroke, we need to first double check and make sure that our thumb is in the right spot. So we want to make sure that our thumb is curved into a round C. Some students like to have their thumb straight like this and sort of just set it in the bow, kind of like that. But this is not a good position. So we need to curve our thumb over and around so it's touching the horsehair here, and then make sure that our two fingers are nice and over the top here. Now, you want to be careful because these two fingers need to be very flexible and move. And then your pointer and your pinky sort of aid in moving the bow back and forth. So let's start learning this. Grab your violin, and what we're going to do is double check to make sure our hand is in the right spot. Then we're going to go to the top of the bow, and we're just going to bounce at the tip of the bow. And I just want you to feel the bow bouncing. And you really should feel the bow radiating and bouncing all the way down to your stick. If it sort of feels stiff, then you're probably squeezing too hard. You need to stay very, very relaxed. So your bow is almost like a teeter. So it just sort of moves back and forth. So we're going to go to the top and we're going to bounce the bow just like this. And then I want you to slowly move down the bow and just feel that same bouncing motion. Now, when we play spiccato, we can do it in any point of the bow. But there is a special spot that I love to do because it's the balance point of the bow. And this is going to give you the most control and also the most bounce to your bow. So what you're going to do is put your finger out and move your bow down until you find the bow's balance point. So for me, it's right there. So I'm going to try and aim for playing right at that balance point. Now, once you get used to it, you'll be able to find it with ease without knowing where it is. But for beginners, I recommend getting a little sticker and putting it right at that balance point so you know where to play. Then we're going to put our bow up and we're just going to bounce back and forth. Now, spiccato is typically very controlled, and it's typically a slower bow stroke. So we don't have to go super fast. We also want to be careful not to do this with our arm and swing. We want to make sure that it's just a little bit of movement and not very much. Once you get better at that, you can experiment with different sounds making spiccato. For example, if you're treating your bow under, you're going to have a little bit more of a bitey sound. If you have all the horsehair on the string, it's going to be a different sound. You can also move your bow up so it's not at the balance point, and it's going to be a completely different sounding spiccato. So I hope this helps you learn spiccato, and check out my next video where we're going to go through a spiccato piece. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time at String Expert.